camera. How you doing this afternoon? Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sydney. Good afternoon, Calabar. It's good to be back here, to actually, take you around the world of sport. And it's always an exciting moment, to be here every Saturday to actually keep you up to speed with what's actually went down during the week and what we are expecting, especially, weekends, the leagues are not up, so where everybody will be talking about, but the World Cup is up and running. The excitement is still there, the shock, the surprises. But again, I think the quarterfinal games we saw yesterday really brought back the fiesta, the World Cup fiesta for me, if you want to ask me. But I want to start with the local scene. You talked about the National Sport
Sport festival.
Festival.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's actually going to be wrapping up today with a closing ceremony. Just yesterday, the local organizing committee chairman, Tony Bok, came out to say that the whole world should expect fantastic closing ceremony. And I was asking if it's gonna be the one we saw or something similar to what we are expecting Qatar to, dish out for.
Oh right.
Yeah, to the whole
right.
world. But I think the National Sport Festival is actually one of the biggest sporting fiesta, which has produced a whole lot of medals. I think this year's medal is actually the highest we've actually witnessed. And congratulations to Delta State for showing clear intent, hosting to win. And they have done that, and I'm quite happy, excited with them, for doing that. Closely followed by Edo. You talked about the Do. They just hosted the last edition, and they came here, and I'm quite happy with them because they've actually maintained that status quo. But surprisingly for me, also if you look at the medals table, is Bielsa. Bielsa for me, fighting between the second and the third position is also something remarkable.
Okay.
Cross River State, just yesterday were able to, move from their usual position, which was the 30th position. They never had any gold medal, just two silver and a bronze medal. But yesterday they added a gold medal, and that shifted them up, to 21 in the medal step. Waiting for today's compilation of medals,
Okay.
so that we can actually, know what how Cross River would fare with a 400-man contingent that they took to Delta State. But still staying with Delta State, world record have been broken, shut out, and but one sad incident at our core where a boxer from Imo State actually lost his life. And for me, I want to say that whichever states will be hosting the next National Sport Festival, they should ensure that athletes are tested, when they arrive, because come on, what we practice here is not practiced anywhere in the world.
But we've seen athletes, we've seen sportsmen drop during sporting events. So
Yes.
I think just medical measures would have to be taken to ensure this doesn't reoccur.
Yeah, I think medical measures were actually taken because we had medics, by the ring, But I think the shocking thing for me was that the boxer was bleeding, and a medic advised the boxer to stop fighting, and he still insisted. And I feel that if it was in another climb, that boxer would, have been stopped from, from competing. But for me, I think the fun and was actually, put on hold because of that particular sad incident. I just hope the government of Imo State will be able to compensate, condole with the family and all of that. But we talked about Tobi Omosu, who lost out from the World Athlete of the Year, to US sprinter hurdler, talking about LeBron, who actually clinched that particular one. And even though Toby lost it, but again, she has actually placed Nigeria in the map. And for me, we would cherish it for a very long time, and praying that next season she'll be able to, live up to the bidding. We talked about Formula One already. 6 sprint races have actually been scheduled for 2023. We'll have Azerbaijan. We talked about Brazil, the USA, Austria, Qatar also hosting that spring races. So we'll dive into that to actually look at it. And the World Cup, we talked about the race for the Nigerian Olympic Committee, has been eaten up, and let's just see how that, would pounds out. But finally, in the world of football, especially in Nigeria, the Tunisia 1994 set finally, has been rewarded. And I keep wondering why we take so long to reward excellence.
Okay.
So it's a fine Saturday to be here.
Alrighty, thank you very much.